Well, hello, lovelies. It is your African mermaid, your favorite alien. I am an Atlantean by way of Pallades. Oopsies. I am an empress. I've done the work. I sit on my throne. I hope everyone's doing well today. Why not? We all deserve to be happy. Happiness is a right. Go walk into the light. I wanted to talk about a little bit about money and finance and career today. I see it as love is an opportunity. It is. It really is. Some people like to see the cards being shuffled. It really is an opportunity. And I was, and I was, with some loved ones a while ago, and they have two lovely children, and we had a little meetup, and I said I'm going to take everyone to lunch, and I told the kids to order whatever they wanted, and there was a girl and a boy, lovely, and the young lady said she wanted some. It was fried shrimp with fries, and it came with something else. I don't know. And she was about 8 or 9, and the dish was about $12.75. The dish was about $12.75. Okay. Got a notification. Thank you, Lord. Um, her parent was like, no, 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 no. Order something else. That's too expensive, sir. You're not paying for it. Number one. Number two, there are different ways we receive um, limiting ideas about money and finances. Now, that young lady, hopefully, she didn't receive a wound. I believe she has. I don't because the way she reacted to her father saying no, and I'm not blaming him because I know that he, like me, was raised in a scarcity mindset, which has been removed. But yeah, I told her, you don't have to worry. Order the shrimp. Um, there's more than enough. Everybody can get what they want. I quickly did an affirmation and she started to relax. And everybody ordered what they wanted. He ordered what he wanted. The boy ordered what, and we had a lovely, lovely time. And I was so happy that I had the means to do that. I don't see them often. I was in that area. I reached out, and I'm glad we could connect. And she was so happy, and she had her shrimp and her fries, and they look good too. As a matter of fact, I had ordered a sandwich, but the shrimp really looked good. They were jumbo shrimp. But I think he was thinking, a little girl like her doesn't need all that food. Or a little girl like her, that's a big people's, you know, that's a big person's plate. Children are people. Children are, a lot of people, they don't look at children as people for some reason. It's beyond my understanding. But children are people too. Anyhow, I have my index cards out. When don't I? Grab an index card. Put today's date on it, or the date you'll start this little project. And you write down different ways that you can identify limiting behaviors that you were taught about money, because if you have limiting ideas about money, it transfers to limiting ideas about yourself. Oh, I shouldn't get this dress. There's a when I was in university, I was all, God was always pushing me, go baby, go baby, go. I was introduced to Leonardo Buscaglia. Buscaglia? He's a light worker. I don't know if he would identify that way, but that's what he was. I heard recently that he died maybe 5 years ago, but to me that's recent. And I was so shocked, but he's much older than me. But people always live on in my mind and hearts, as they should. But he talks about, there was a couple, the man was a breadwinner, the mom, the wife, stayed home with the babies, and he didn't see that. He saw her and all the love she gave and poured into the family as something that she is expected to do. He didn't value her at all. And they had the means, and that she went somewhere, and she didn't. He controlled her so, to the point where she couldn't buy clothes without his permission. He figured out how much she needed for groceries and would give her that amount of cash. So God forbid, outside of that, she wanted a sucker, or she wanted to sit down at Wendy's and have a coffee. It was not in the budget. He penny pinched, probably not for himself, but for her. Anyway, she went somewhere and she saw a beautiful dress, and she said, oh my God, I would really like to wear that for Valentine's or anniversary, and I would like to be taken out to dinner. I would really like, and it was months ahead. He rebuffed her. He was very cold. He was very rude. We can't afford it. I don't know. The dress was $200. I don't know. It was a beautiful red dress. Well, soon after this conversation, a few months after that, her telling him she wanted the dress, she was diagnosed with cancer. It could have been breast cancer. This is controversial, but a lot of us in the spiritual community will tell you that when you have a lot of disappointment in your life and pain that has not been resolved and moved around your meridians, it'll settle, and it will cancer will show up. Okay? And I find it interesting that breast, ovarian, and fallopian and uterine cancer gets the least amount of funding. You would think that by now breast cancer is curable. But women aren't valued in society, so there you go. Anyway, the breast cancer, this woman was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it took her within 6 months. She'd given up on life. Her heart was broken. She had nothing to live for. She just never articulated that. Do you know that the man, her husband, bought her the red dress and buried her in the dress? Leo called him every name in the book. He said, fool. Like me, he says, had you bought her that dress, had you taken her to dinner, had you loved her, and I'm not saying she may never have had cancer, but she'd have lived longer. She would have had a better quality life.